to another exciting episode on Textify Podcast, the Clarity Exchange. So, on today's topic, what we'll be discussing on is why your social media isn't selling and how we can fix it. So most of the time we experience the issue of having to post consistently, follow the social media strategies, and at the end we don't have the conversion that we want. So on today's session, we've invited a very knowledgeable digital marketer. He's based in the United States, New York. And yeah, we're going to let him present himself. Welcome, Mr. Kiting. Please, can you give us the honors of introducing yourself?
Yeah, totally. First of all, I just want to say it's my honor to be here to talk to your audience and also be exposed to your people. So my name is Kai Ting Yeung, and then you guys may call me Marco, whatever works. And currently, I am the director of marketing for a lab in United States called Lab Renew. And beside that, I also a account manager, a project manager for a marketing agency called WSD in the States. And we yes, as so yeah, so we do a lot of we are expertise on a lot of social media platform, like
Okay.
whatever, TikTok, Instagram, any like
Mhm.
Meta, these kind of thing. We all good at it, and then also like SEO, GEO, everything.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you very much. So, guys, we're diving straight into the topic for today. Mr. Kiting, in your opinion, in your experience, sorry, what's the number one reason why small businesses get engagement but do not get the sales?
So yeah, like that's a good question. So in my experience, the issue is not really. A lot of people tend to think is am I posting enough content?
Yeah.
But like the issue is not about that. It's about the funnel disconnect. As you
Okay.
probably know, like when you do any marketing strategy, there are three part of funnel. First funnel, awareness stage. Second funnel,
Mm-hmm.
consideration. And
Yeah.
lastly will be the conversion. So
Mm-hmm.
whenever you do any campaign, always make sure you center around these three stages. And if you have the content on the awareness stage, that you don't put any call to action. I see a lot of people, a lot of clients tend
Mm-hmm.
to using one content to do all three stages work. That would never work. So you have to
Okay.
be specific. You have to be each content you post. You have to give it an objective. So let's say,
Okay.
for example, let's take iPhone for example. If I wanna do a campaign just building the brand awareness, I wouldn't
Mm-hmm.
have any key influencer to use my to promote my product. What I would do is like I would shoot a really high quality um ad on the product itself, and also introduce much in-depth content about Apple to
Okay.
build a brand awareness to let people know
I
who we
see.
are. Yeah,
I
and
see.
then when it comes to conversion, you have to give. It's all about value. You have to
Mm-hmm.
let the audience. You have to let your target audience know what your what this iPhone can provide you, and what's your life going to be
Exactly.
when you have the iPhone. So you have to
Yeah.
let them
Talking
know.
about Okay. Talking about giving your audience value, I think I can and bring out an example from there. So there was this client we were working with. So before even coming to us, you could identify that hesitance, as in it was actually in her mind. She did not believe in digital marketing again. She just wanted to try. So to her, she had done the necessary stuffs like the posting. I mean, you think of it, but upon looking at it really clearly, you get that she missed out a very important aspect, which, like you said, is giving your audience value. Because when we scroll through her on social media, especially TikTok, you notice that all what she was saying is buy this one costs this one costs that, without actually stating what if you buy this is what you get. If you buy this one does this. So I believe what you said actually does make sense. I can relate with that.
Exactly, totally. So presenting value doesn't
Mm-hmm.
necessarily mean you putting a price on your product. A lot of people get that
Exactly.
wrong as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, so whenever you do any content, make sure you let your audience know
Yeah.
how your service or product can actually change their life. Like, but for example, like making them become more productable,
Mm-hmm.
or just make their life easier.
Exactly. Interesting. Now, since we're talking about content creation in the line of having wanting to get this conversion, what would you say? Should a brand focus more on creating entertainment videos? I mean, the entertainment videos kind of keep their audience intact, like clue to what they're trying to say. So, should they do entertainment videos or strictly videos that convert this audience?
So so first of all, like these two are not like they can you can do both of them at the same time. And for a
Um,
great campaign, you should having both of them in one campaign.
okay.
So sorry, am I okay?
No, no,
So yeah,
sorry.
okay. So yes, for entertainment. So
Mm-hmm.
entertainment, obviously, they drive a lot of reach,
Okay.
and you usually see a much better algorithm performance. So what
Yeah.
is that? It does. It usually help you scale. It help your product. You help your brand to reach much more audience, a
Mm-hmm.
much bigger audience size. Then conversion content is the content that you retarget your
Mm-hmm.
conversion content to those people who already like your content.
Okay.
Yeah. So these two should work together. It's not like I only do one of them. It never work.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Interesting.
So
So
yeah.
we're at,
So sorry.
so
It
you go
just
ahead.
like it just like so make sure every campaign fall between awareness stage, consideration
Mm-hmm.
stage, and conversion stage. And each stage has its own content, and the
Okay.
content has its own purpose.
Right. Thank you very much for that. I'm curious though, how would you diagnose a business that comes to you that doesn't see the conversion in what they've been doing so far? How would you diagnose their product?
Yeah, first of all, when make sure to check. So first thing you should ever do is to
Yeah.
see what your content is showing. Like, who are the people your ad is showing to, and
Okay.
are these the correct people you wanted to reach? If it's
Okay.
not, then the best thing, the one thing you will have to do is
Mm-hmm.
turn off your campaign and create
Okay.
another one, and make sure you are targeting those who are your target audience. And
Interesting.
after that, do an A/B testing. Do an A/B testing on your content to try it
I'm
whether
not
these
sure our audience will understand what A/B testing means. Could you
okay,
please
yeah,
help
of
us
course.
with that?
Yes,
Thank you.
A/B testing basically means like there are two copy of the ad, and you're showing them
Okay.
to the same group of people. The A
Okay.
copy, you will only alter one of the thing. So like for
Mm-hmm.
both of the copy, you can only alter one of the elements. Let's say title, and then the whole
Mm-hmm.
thing is the same, but just the title is different. Let's see which ad deliver a better performance. Then
Mm-hmm.
if it's equally so, then use the better one to then yeah, if you then use the better the better performance one
Okay,
to
that's
reach
good.
much more reach your target audience, right?
Okay, thank you very much for that. In the case of content not being converted, there is another scenario that I've picked out at the level of call to actions for most small businesses. They do not leave a strong enough call to action that actually helps them convert. And even for some who try to leave this call to action, what they do is get to us now. I mean, it's a call to action, but in the line of wanting to cajole people to get to you, I don't think it's the best. So, what would you say about that particular aspect?
So any call to action has its own purpose.
Yes.
It's at the end of the day, it's just really what is your objective of the campaign.
Okay.
So if your campaign is wanted to generate sales, then your
Mm-hmm.
call to action should not be anything like learn more. That is not
Exactly.
strong enough. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it has to be like book a demo or check out now, something like that, right?
Okay.
So so you always have to make sure your call to action, the language of it, has to be
Mm-hmm.
straightforward. You have to be genuine. Like don't it's okay to feel selling product. Like it's okay. A lot of people tend to be afraid of um letting people know they are selling a thing, selling a service. But
Exactly.
but no, like that's not how it works. People on internet, they are smart. They
Mm-hmm.
know they know you are selling things. So just be
Exactly.
genuine. Yeah.
I
If you want to
see.
sell a service, sell it.
Mm-hmm.
Say it out loud. But just make
Okay.
sure you present the value. You have to let them know why your product or your service is worth that much
Mm-hmm.
amount of money.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Back to concerning what you just said, if you want to sell, you should sell. But when we started, what I understood is you give value before you sell.
Mm-hmm.
So while giving value, is it okay to put a call to action there that actually shows that you're selling? For example, let's say a clothing brand does a video on how a cloth will better suit a plus size person, and then at the end, the call to action is get yours now. And another person would put the call to action in a more educational way, like do you need your own size? Like, do you need a size that best suits you? Yes. Is that's the difference I'm trying to get. When writing this call to action and trying to be salesy, should it be that straight to the point or in the line of still educating?
So yeah, like yeah, totally. I get it. So
Mm-hmm.
being straightforward with your call to action
Yeah.
is nothing like there's nothing wrong with it. However, like I said, it's just
Mm-hmm.
like you have to know what's the objective of your
All
campaign,
right.
right?
All
So
right.
like like the example you just provide, like get to my website to learn more. These call to action are usually for brand awareness, for people actually for people to get to know about your brand. So
Okay.
you're not really trying to sell anything. You just wanted to gain a much more impression. You want to
Okay.
get more follower. That's okay. That's totally okay. If if your supervisor or let's say or
Mm-hmm.
your client are really actually looking for sale, then
Mm-hmm.
don't do it, right?
Okay.
Then be straightforward. So really
So,
depends on what do you like what you expect for the marketing any marketing activity you are going to do.
okay, thank you very much for that. So, if I'm understanding you correctly, if it's an educational post, it should end with a call to action that is not salesy. If it's a post that is meant strictly to sell, the call to action should be the one that will push sales and not still trying to be neutral. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly. Yep. You got it. You 100% right.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so we've spoken of the problem already. I would like us to dive on to how to fix it. Do you have any suggestions? How can we actually fix the situation of getting the likes, the engagement, and all without having the conversion? What can we say to these small businesses? What should they do?
So what I can do is I can leave a formula that I be
Mhm.
work that I be follow for my entire career. So let's say if your content has a lot of reach, impression,
Mhm. Yeah.
but very bad CTR, click through rate, then
Mhm.
it's most likely it's the messaging problem. So your message is not really mm, um,
Fair.
it's not really suggesting the audience to do what you want them to do.
Okay.
Then the second scenario is, sorry, if there are a lot if there are a lot of click on your
Okay.
content, but the quality, the lead, or like the lead you're getting are really low or like really
Mm-hmm.
poor. The quality of it is really poor. Then it most likely is the targeting problem, meaning that your ad is not targeting to the right person. You should alter your campaign setup to target most more precise people.
Mm-hmm.
And if there are leads, there are good quality leads, but no conversion,
Yes.
most likely it's your product or your offering.
Okay.
And the worst case scenario will be the sales team. It's the salesperson fault. So
Okay.
you have to be a lot of time. You have to be really distinguish the difference between marketing and sales. So the most thing we can do is bringing a lot of good quality lead to the sales
Mm-hmm.
team, and if they can't convert them, then that's their problem, right? As a marketing specialist, we've already done our work. So,
Okay.
but if you're doing business to consumer product, and
Mm-hmm.
if there's the low conversion, it most likely is the offer. You have to think about how you promote, how you commercially promoting your product.
Mm-hmm.
What you can do is like giving an offer like 30% off, 20% off, something
Yeah.
like that. And if that still doesn't fix the problem, then probably it's your product. Then you have to talk to your product development team to make
Okay.
to have them either update the product or come up with a new thing. Yeah.
Thank you very much for that. That's really very, very insightful. There's the worry I have though. Should a brand that doesn't have enough engagement move ahead to sales? Because I believe in the first term, you would want to first of all get your audience to know you, like get the engagement first. But for brands that do not really have that much time to wait for that engagement to form, would you encourage them to move ahead with salesy content?
No, I would not recommend it. I know like you have to have some revenue to being alive,
Mm-hmm.
right? To
Yeah,
stay alive in the business.
exactly.
However, if your advertisement at the very start is just salesy, no one
Mm-hmm.
gonna pay attention. Imagine yourself, you on TikTok,
Yeah,
and when you see like really salesy ad, what do? You scroll,
just yeah,
right? You scroll
yeah.
past it.
Mm-hmm.
So always at least 2 weeks or 3 weeks, let the people know who you are first, then sell your product. It's okay you have a really low budget. It's okay, but make sure you follow the step. Don't think of like don't ever think about I just wanna I have my product and want to make a
Yeah.
sale yet tomorrow. That would never work unless you are Elon Musk, right? Yeah, unless you're Elon Musk and then everyone already know about you. Beside
Okay.
that, don't ever think
Mm-hmm.
about it. Yeah.
Wow. Thank you again for that very insightful message. Now, there's this frequently asked questions that we usually get. It goes thus: how do I know if my problem is my content, my offer, or my audience? We get this a lot. And so we need you to help us answer this question. How
So
would those, yes, sorry, go ahead.
totally. So like I said in previous answer. So you look at your data, you look at the
Mm-hmm.
performance.
Mm-hmm.
So a high impression, a really low click through rate is the
Mm-hmm.
messaging problem. You have to alter your content,
Okay.
and if you have a really good click through rate,
Mm-hmm.
but the quality of those people who click, let's say the time people stay on your website is really low, then it's the targeting problem, either targeting problem or the landing page issue. So you probably got to think of building another landing page
Mm.
or optimize your landing page. Yeah. Sorry. Hey, no. Sorry, my dog is super naughty.
No. Okay, so guys, getting close to a podcast for today. If you have any issues or any worries at all, please just drop it in the comment section, and we'll be right back to get to solve your issues. And so, sir, Mr. Kaitin, if our audience remember one thing from this podcast, what should it be?
So the one takeaway I would give all the audience is stop measuring the success of your campaign by engagement. Meaning that don't measure your campaign just by like follower. This kind of really top funnel thing. You have to start measuring the movement in the funnel. How many people in the consideration stage? How many conversion you made throughout the campaign? So yeah, make sure you build your campaign through 3 stages and follow it. Thank you.
Thank you too very much. So, guys, we're at the end of the podcast. For your host for today, I was Ngonge Meiba, and we are watching Mr. Kai Ting. He's a digital marketer all the way from the United States. We'll be having tons of other episodes that, of course, we believe is going to be helpful to your business. So do not forget to always stay tuned to Pexify, your number one digital marketing agency. Thank you, Mr. Kai, for being here with us. It's a pleasure. I've looked forward to this episode. You have no idea.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on your podcast. And then I just want to say thank you and really wish your agency gonna achieve what you expect to achieve.
Thank you very much. See
Mhm.
you.
See
Bye
you.
bye.
Bye.